Good shot, kid. I think you got him. Good shot, kid. I think you got him.
Hello there and welcome back to some more Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. Today we'll continue on Let's Play. This is episode 69.
Nice.
In today's episode, we are going to be collecting the Horseshoes out here in Las Venturas. Of course, each city has its own collectible, and Horseshoes is the collectible here in Las Venturas. I would recommend getting the jetpack, which of course you can use after doing the airstrip missions for better navigation during this, and a lot of these are on buildings. Horseshoe number 1 is under the Las Venturas Welcome To sign, which of course mimics the Las Venturas Welcome sign. Horseshoe number 2 is in the door of a blue house here in Prickle Pine, not too far away from the safe house that you can buy. Horseshoe number 3 is on the reception building at the Yellow Bell Golf Course, sort of inside a skylight, if you will, towards the east side of the building, facing the actual golf course itself, which we never really see in normal gameplay. RIP golf courses being used in missions and stuff in this game. Horseshoe number 4 is in the pool at this sort of retirement holiday style residential complex, not quite sure what it's supposed to be. Horseshoe number 5, speaking of that same complex, is at the furthest tennis court inside here, so simply go through the entrance to the tennis court and it will be right there. Horseshoe number 6 is at a business park opposite the Emerald Isle. Sort of this big strip of land with various lockups and stuff like that on it. Horseshoe number 7 is sort of the same business park next to a billboard mount, just sort of down a little alleyway. Horseshoe number 8 is in a yard down the road from the gym, next to the bomb shop. It's sort of this building right next to the Emerald Isle. Pretty easy one to spot. Speaking of that building and that yard, Horseshoe number 9 is directly on the roof of that building, so a pretty easy one to get in tandem right there. Horseshoe number 10 is down an alleyway not too far away from there, sort of next to a bunch of recognisable businesses. Horseshoe number 11 is on the second floor of an apartment block, which is right near this, sort of leading into it is that alleyway, and then you'll find this one on the second floor facing towards the Pay and Spray. Horseshoe number 12 is on a top of a building near the gym, pretty straightforward to find. Horseshoe number 13 is on the side of the lower rank casino, which you can actually go inside of, although we haven't really seen it in game. Out here in Red Sands, a pretty interesting building, recommend giving it a visit if you have any spare time. Horseshoe number 14 is on a shipping container in the Mafia counterfeit factory, sort of that general area, sort of on top of there. You can't get it during the mission, but you can get it once you got the jetpack. Horseshoe number 15 is on a wall, sort of jutting out as you come out of the baseball arena. Pretty weird spot for it, let's be honest. Horseshoe number 16 is behind the Sindoco Abattoir, which we see with Ken Rosenberg in that one mission, right next to the safe house that you can also buy out here, which is interesting. Horseshoe number 17 is on the side of a U-shaped building right next to the Blackfield Stadium, where we spent a lot of time recently. Horseshoe number 18 is in the airport towards the northwest. There's also some body armor down here, which is quite useful. Horseshoe number 19 is towards the northeast, sort of as you come into the runway. You'll probably see this during St. Mark's Bistro and other such missions that require you to gain access to a plane here at the airport. Horseshoe number 20 is behind the airport terminal towards the west side of it, I guess, would be the best way to describe it, although east if you're coming at it from the same way that we did. Horseshoe number 21 is in the middle of the college campus, or university, depending on what it is. I can't remember what it's considered by the game. Horseshoe number 22 is on the side of the Sumo storage center near the Pilsen intersection. Pretty easy one to spot out. Pretty cool building as well. Shame we don't really see it more in game. Horseshoe number 23 is on the furthest loading dock here at the Las Venturas freight depot for the airport. That's what freight depots are. Horseshoe number 24 is on top of the Blackfield Chapel. Pretty interesting building. Got a hearse spawning down there as well, which is a pretty rare vehicle. But either way, this horseshoe just spawns directly just behind the main triangle strut out well, for lack of a better term. Horseshoe number 25 is underneath the overpass bridge, sort of heading out towards Red County. Pretty hidden one. Pretty good spot for that, actually. Horseshoe number 26 is in a back garden in Rockshore West. Sorry, not Red Sands. There's a bunch of areas that are sort of named basically the same thing in this game around Las Venturas. Horseshoe number 27 is in a different back garden next to a bin, in fact. So, yeah, again, pretty easy one to find, sort of in that general area in Rockshore West, yes. Horseshoe number 28 is on the Four Dragons Hotel and Casino towards the back loading dock, which of course we visit in several missions. You won't see this horseshoe because it's directly at the back of the building, but of course you can use a helicopter or the jetpack to get around there. Horseshoe 29 is on the Camelot sign, nice, towards the top of it between the two sort of strut out towers. Horseshoe number 30 is on one of the castle towers here at the Kamala Hotel, which I've actually just realised is a really impressive bit of architecture. A very massive building. I wish it was featured more in game. Unfortunately it isn't. You can't even buy property there, which is a shame. Horseshoe number 31 is on top of a wedding chapel, because of course this is Las Venturas and many of those are abound. So get married and then pick up the horseshoe. Horseshoe number 32 is in a skip at a freight depot towards the east side of the city near the train station. And I believe it may also be used in Up and Away, unless that's one slightly further down the road, I don't remember. Horseshoe number 33, a bit of a struggle to get into, is on a balcony of an orange building. Not quite sure why this orange building has balconies, considering there's no way actually up to the balcony itself. It's a interesting choice. Let's say maybe it's if you try to jump off the roof, you'll be saved by a balcony. I don't know. Horseshoe number 34 is on the tip of the Camel's Toe. You can actually run up the side of this hotel if you so choose to, but we use the jetpack to get up here. Either way, it's up there, so there you go. Horseshoe number 35 is on this sort of railing style pillar that surrounds the Camel Toe towards the south end of the hotel if you're looking directly at it. Horseshoe number 36 is in the multi-story car park next to the Camel's Toe and Caligula's, sort of on one side. There's Caligula's on one side, there's the Camel Toe, and then there's a big multi-story car park in the middle, and it's on one of the levels inside that. Horseshoe number 37 is towards one of the skulls at the Pirates in Men Pants, one of the bigger skulls I should say, sort of hiding in the bushes right there. Horseshoe number 38 is on top of the entrance to the Clown's Pocket, which is interesting. Just simply drop down that one little level and then it'll be right there. Horseshoe number 39 is in the Waterfall at the Visage Hotel. A bit of a hard one to see from the street, of course, because the water's gushing out, but it's definitely in there. Horseshoe number 40 is down an alleyway just off of the Ventura Strip, pretty much right next to the Visage, really. If you drive right down that road, you'll see this horseshoe down an alleyway. Horseshoe number 41 is at the entrance to the steakhouse, sort of on the entrance way to the steakhouse. That's where it is. Horseshoe number 42 is at the outdoor mall, just above the zip shop. There's sort of a balcony and it's resting on top of that. Horseshoe number 43 is actually on the victim billboard, which is above the Julius Freeway. Simply use the jetpack in order to get up here, because nothing else will get up here really, unless you're really skillful with a helicopter. Horseshoe number 44 is one you have to work for a little bit. It's actually inside this tunnel where the train track goes, all the way underneath Creek and heading towards the V-Rock Hotel. Eventually this tunnel has a way out of it, but as you can see, it's a fair way down here. It's sort of keep going and eventually it will appear on your left somewhere just below the old Ventura Strip and towards Oroca Escalante. Horseshoe number 45 is on a casino down the old Ventura Strip. You can buy this hotel suite, if you will. It's also opposite of a stacked pizza stack, which you can't go into for some reason. I guess they thought having two burger shops and a chicken shop sort of nearby was too much, as well as adding a pizza shop. I don't know why you just wouldn't shut a burger shop. Anyways, Horseshoe 46 is on top of another wedding chapel near the old Ventura Strip, because you can't get enough of those. Horseshoe 47 is in the V-Rock Hotel pool, which is designed to look like a guitar. There's also an oyster in there, but we'll come back for that later. Horseshoe number 48 is behind the giant shopping centre near a loading deck style thing. This sort of shopping centre that's like two rhombuses attached together. It's behind that. Horseshoe number 49 is behind a warehouse at CAC Military Fuels, which of course we didn't go in during Up and Away, but you could get it during that mission. And finally, we are going to ditch the jetpack because it can't go quite as high up as this one is, because it's directly on top of the Emerald Isle Hotel. Fortunately, there's a Maverick that spawns right here, so simply get into the Maverick and fly it all the way to the tip of the building, and then the Horseshoe will be up there along with a parachute, which is quite cool. So let's lift off and get ourselves all the way up there. Got to scale it a fair little bit, and then there's sort of this building and also another little tip, which is where the logo for the hotel is, and then you can see it directly next to the parachute. And once you've collected that, you'll get a lump sum of $100,000 for collecting all the horseshoes, and also another reward. Of course, if you're used to the collectibles by now, you should know what's coming. You also get weapons, which spawn at the Four Dragons Hotel and Casino. You get an MP5, which is a very good gun, an M4, which is a very excellent weapon, a combat shotgun, which is pretty cool, although it does have limited use, and the satchel charges, which are useful for a variety of missions and speedrunning tactics in this game. Anyways, that's it for the horseshoes. Thank you all very much for watching, and next time we are going to be finishing out gym moves, so join us for that. Until then, farewell.
Downtown, speeding all around. The Naked 47 got the power and it's bound to move any mother that gets in my way. Just another power machine on the freeway. Riding with me, there's my MC homeboy. Know the rules ain't part of his program. Finding the right way around this map might be pretty hard, cause he's fucked on crack. G, Grand Theft Auto.